We have the women's 800 up next on the track. Erin Wallace, Valentina Rosamila, Werro of Swiss. This is all firing. Sarah Mora, you may recognize that surname from Mary Mora. It is the cousin, in fact, and she too has a lightning quick 400-meter time under about Julia Zerodin. Going to be tasked with pacing these women and being on the money. They will, of course, have those weight lights to work with. Audrey Werro, what a fine 2024 campaign she had. And, of course, even before that, the World Under-20 silver medalist back in 2022. 157.7 national record in 2024. Abazabal of Spain, 237, 1,000 she ran just a few days ago. Mildly impressive. Anita Horvath used to be a 400 runner, moved her way up through the distances, now finding her feet over 800, and it's paying off. A 158 lifetime best. Candice Unon then, 53.5 indoor 400 meters just a few weeks ago. 159 lifetime best outdoors. And she did win this meeting, or lifetime best, shall I say, at this meeting in 2023. That is not Sarah Mora. That is, in fact, Valentina Rosamila, 158 lifetime best, semi-finalist at the Olympic Games. And that, I believe, is Sarah Mora, or is it Vivian Chabet? Kiprotich, it might be Kiprotich. Semi-finalist at the Olympic Games as well. Here is Erin Wallace. British athlete, trains alongside the Olympic champion Keely Hodgkinson under that same setup with Trevor Painter. Semi-finalists at those European Championships. In Rome last year, hoping for more. Phenomenal junior. There's a few of them, you know, Rosamilia as well, Werro. They're starting to now just announce themselves at the European level in the senior ranks. And these athletes, this could well be, you know, a European heat, a European indoor heat, you know, minus more, of course. But there's a lot of athletes in here who will be fighting for a spot in the final come Apeldoorn in, 4 weeks' time? And this really for them is they'll have a couple cracks at the whip over the next week or two to, one, get the qualification mark, two, really, you know, push themselves and see how that winter training has shaped up and how they're going to shape up into the European Championships or possibly the World Indoor Championships. 202, by the way, is the qualification mark, which is fairly modest for quite a few of these women. So eyes on Rosamilia, Swiss athlete. So away they go in this women's 800 here at the Jesse Owens Stadium. It is Sarah Mora, by the way, who is in here. It's worth noting the cousin of Mary Mora, the 2024 African champion. She was third at those Kenya Olympic trials as well, the World Under-20 champion. What can she do indoors? She's had a bit of a cagey start. Sort of just a little bit further back. Now she starts to move up. Rosamilia sits in second. A lot of these women just sitting off a little bit early. That's because it's fast, 28.4. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got the green lights, you've got the blue lights as well. And they'll be looking at a bare minimum of that mark of 202 for the European Indoor Qualification Standard. Horvath's in there sitting in fourth. Werro just stalking her as well in fifth. She'll start to move up on her. But Rosamilia looks comfortable in second. This is what you want for an 800 on the circuit. You want single file. Let people move late on in this race. Erin Wallace is going to have to follow Werro through as well. But Sarah Mora at the moment looking very, very assured and confident out front through that first 400. Still a long way to go in 800-meter terms, but she's round past the pacer. The rest of the pack going to chase her. Rosamila, here comes Werro. She had a phenomenal outdoor campaign, especially towards the back end of 2024. And up on the shoulder, she's been moving throughout the whole of this third lap. Up on the shoulder of Mora now. The cousin to the phenomenal Mary Mora, who's very fast over that last sort of 200 and often has a tactic similar to this and comes good at the end. But Werro is strong. And now she piles it on. She's pulling clear of a world-class field here in France, in Val-de-Reuil. Horvath's going to challenge for the minor places. But Audrey Werro, ladies and gentlemen, the Swiss athlete, the national record holder here in France, is going to take this world tour. And a fine, fine run for her. Can she break 2? Yes, she can. Oh, just outside. 2 minutes in 34, in fact. So a good run off of a fast early pace. With the women's 800 here, given the caliber athlete, they're going to need a few more races to really sharpen up. Horvat, 2 minutes 92. Nice season's best for her. And Mora, 201. You can see 28. She was the one who went with it to start. Rosamelia as well, just missing that European indoor standard. So she'll have to go again. She'll have to chase that. Werro boxed it off early on. Basable. And Wallace there, 202.61. So nice season's best for her. And Candice Unon, 2. So despite the depth, despite the level as well, I think a few of those women just struggled really. It's a bit of a shock to the system out there. It's what you expect. This was a season opener for pretty much all of them. Only Horvat had opened up her campaign so far. The rest of them starting out here in 2025. Getting this new Olympic cycle underway. And I think it was difficult. Werro was the only one who was able to move up. There wasn't many positional changes. I know Mora started to fall back. She picked her moment on that third lap to move up, and that's the time when people are running their slowest. So if you are going to make a move, the third lap, really that third 200 is the moment to do so. So you are confirmation of the women's 800 then. Audrey Werro, no doubt about it. 2 flat, 34, just outside that 2 minute barrier. And that world lead, 159.87 Maloney.